There's an easier way to graph a line instead of making a table. So much easier, and it will save us so much time. It is called slope-intercept form. Things that we need to know to do this is what slope is. Slope stands for how steep or gradual a line is. Kind of think of a hill. Is it steep or is it gradual? And then y-intercept is where the line intersects the y-axis. Okay, we'll learn a little bit more. So, slope, steep. These lines here are steep. The top one here is going uphill. That would be a really hard hill to get up. And then this one here is going down. That would be super scary if we were biking down that hill. Gradual means it's kind of more flat, but still has an incline. Okay, we could bike up this hill. And then this one here, we could bike down that hill. It would be kind of fun, but not too scary. And then we have a flat line. And then technically there is one that goes up and down, but we're not going to get into that one yet. All right, slope is also considered rise over run. And this is where things get really confusing. When you graph a coordinate, you go over first. But when you talk about slope, you go up or down first, and then you always go to the right. All right, so for this one here, to go from one point to the next, and we always read it like a book. So we're going from left to right. We would go down 2 and over 3 to get to this next dot here. Okay, so the slope would be negative 2/3. For this one, to go from one point to the next, we'd have to go up one line and then over 4 to get to that next dot. So our slope would be 1/4. The slope of this one, we don't go up at all, so 0, and then we go over 1 to get to that next dot. So the slope of that one is 0. Y-intercept is where the line crosses the y-axis, which is the line that's up and down like a yo-yo. All right, so this line here passes the y-axis right here at this point. Okay, and on the y-axis, that is at -1, -2, -3. Because remember, the origin here at the middle is 0, so it's 3 below. All right, so for this one, this line here passes the y-axis at this point. If we're at the origin, it's 1 above, so its y-intercept is +1. And for this line here, it crosses the y-axis right here. That is 1, 2, 3 above the origin, so the y-intercept is 3. You're going to click this link to practice. I feel like I have the wrong link here, though. Give me just a moment. Here we go. All right, so you are going to identify the slope, which is they use the letter M. So someone says it's from the word montare, which means to go up in Latin. I just like to think of it as move. How are you going to move from one point to the next? So to go from this point to this point, because we want to go from left to right, we would move up 1, 2, 3, and we're going to stop there because now if we turn, we'll be at the same level as this dot. So then we're going to go over 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to go up 3 over 4. B stands for the y-intercept, or where you would begin if you were graphing a line, which is right down here. Ooh, this one's -4. What would this one be? -5. And if you click submit, it will tell you if you're right. All right, so the slope for this one, going from left to right, I'm going to be going up 1 over 1, 2. Up 1 over 2. And then the y-intercept, which is represented by B, would be at +2.